4-1 Scott. Our time's about to change. Robert Thornton going to overtake Gary Anderson, the 2011 Premier League champ. I wonder, Thornton unbeaten. Gary Anderson has got to start hitting doubles.
Well, 500 miles to walk on for Robert Thornton. He's a lot more than 500 miles away from home here as the Premier League circus reaches its southwesterly outpost. The two Scots coming far south of the border, and arguably on current form, Thornton the favourite, not on the rankings of course, but on Premier League evidence. So far up to press, he's going better than Anderson. Thornton 4 points, Anderson just 2.
100. Gary Anderson has nothing to worry about, hitting the treble 20 bed. 3 weeks already gone. He's been hitting it with regular ease. 140. But it's the doubles that have been a problem, whereas Robert Thornton has been deadly on double top. Will that continue?
Gary Anderson, so often the maximum man, particularly in the Premier League. So far this year it's been Thornton as the king of the 180s. He's hit 14 already. That tops the table in terms of 180 hitting. And he's already in with a couple of ton 40s in this leg.
They've played each other 18 times. It's 11-7 to Gary. The history says that this is going to be close. I wonder how close. Will it be draw close?
Close, but not close enough. But he does tee up tops. And he has been the master of hitting the top of the shop in this tournament so far, Thornton. An early barometer of his game. Will he hit it first start, Wayne, I ask you?
Will you require 40?
Take your time answering.
No. No, he won't. Double 10. It's a good marker. May have to move slightly to his left, which he does. There you go. Use the other dart as a shield, as a blocker, and it went in. That will settle him down. You don't want to be mucking around on the outside segment.
Gary Anderson put his bottom of the pile last year, but there was no elimination at any stage last year. Close to our first of the night, and Anderson with just a couple of points, certainly not in a perilous position, but
40.
A little bit of jeopardy early on, Wayne, because he can't find his range and he hasn't really impressed in the opening 3 weeks.
Yeah, the Premier League is one of those kind of animals that you think you're okay and then results go against you, and your opponent starts go against you just like that, and it becomes a tough place.
140.
90 in the tournament, and Thornton has contributed exactly a sixth of those, with 15 of them.
105.
Good last start there from Robert. Deciding to use the 25 combination with his first start.
134.
Brilliant cover shooting from the Flying Scotsman.
76.
Well, for a 2-0 advantage and a breaker throw early on in the piece. Tops for Thorn. He finds the range on the top bed. 2-0. I don't think many people at the start of the tournament, Wayne, were picking Robert Thornton to go well. In fact, a lot of people thought he might be eliminated in the bottom 2.
He must be so pleased with his form against Andy Hamilton. He was brilliant early doors. Against Wes Newton, he was brilliant late doors. So he's got the game. It's only a short format, but if you can show it at the start and at the end of matches.
Got it right early doors, late doors. Can he get it right middle doors, Wayne? Is there such a thing? Oh look, he's getting these right.
140.
Well, that's his fifth 140 to go with a solitary max.
60.
You see the lunge there from Gary with the last dart, just lifting his head a tad. It's not a good sign. Whereas this man so far has had a rhythm of a player full of confidence.
100. 96. Robert, you require
Well, this was
121.
the finish that he took the UK Open title with. 17 if he wants to go for the bull at the end of it.
81.
Teased the crowd by threatening to go for the bull, but sets up 40 once more, Wayne.
He actually beat Gary Anderson on the
60.
way
Robert, you
to winning that UK
require
Open
40.
title. Beat him on the big stage before. This for 3-0. That's what he does.
Robert Thornton will let Gary.
Really is leaving Gary in all sorts of trouble in every leg. 3 legs gone. Gary Anderson, not even 1 double yet. He's the scorer.
Well, he must feel that he's almost literally the scorer, putting the
80.
marks on the board, chalking up, because he's been reduced to the role of a spectator here, Gary Anderson, so far in this match. Hasn't had a shot at a double.
140.
This is the biggest leg of the match for Gary Anderson. Do not want to be broken twice on the trot. Obviously you don't want to go 4-0 down, needless to say, but for confidence, and just to stop the thorn in his tracks. You know he's coming to this game with confidence.
There were teammates earlier this month at the World Cup of Darts in Hamburg, where they were knocked out earlier on in the piece, beaten by the Spanish pair of Rodriguez and Alcinas. And then it was Thornton who was struggling, really, but he's not struggling now.
140.
6 140s and 3 and a bit legs. That's outstanding. Oh, Gary needs a big treble and gets one. What a great last start that was.
It was a great last start by Anderson,
83.
but still under a lot of pressure in this leg. He won't take it out, needs to leave a single darter. Won't be doing that.
60.
Well, that was one of his best visits, even though it was one of his lowest scoring visits.
Yeah, when things are conspiring against you, that's what happens. Single 17 now. Double 20 for 4-0.
77.
Gary would have been standing behind Robert thinking, yeah, go on, you make it 4-0. Now you've got a chance, Gary.
May only be at the bullseye, though. Oh, well, that really is sporting suicide. You cannot miss the big number when you're 0-3 behind. You've got to give yourself a shot at the bull.
52.
And he didn't do that, and he will be punished.
40.
Not good enough from Gary Anderson, and he knows it. And he was punished.
Robert Thornton.
Give Robert Thornton 3 darts at double 20. Likelihood is that you're going to lose the leg.
Game on.
Look at that average.
Last week, Gary Anderson bust 68. Went 20-48. Hit 68, but you've got to finish on a double, Gary.
140.
And that was similar sloppiness from the Scotsman.
Oh yes! Gary Anderson's first 180. It's 1 each now. Gary last week really should have taken a draw from the game with Andy Hamilton, but he didn't. He somehow missed darts at doubles when looking like it was going to be a point. And he doesn't
57.
look like getting a point this week, does he?
So far this year, 107 for Phil Taylor. Dave Clark pointed out before the start of play that Taylor averaged 117 here last year against Simon Whitlock. Thornton threatening something similar. Thornton
140.
threatening a whitewash.
Robert, you require 91.
You can win this leg, he'll be thinking of it, and so will Gary. Now 16 for the bullseye.
43.
I can assure you, before he threw that,
Gary,
that
you require
25 marker he had was delight, but he wasted it. Will he be punished? Will he?
Bull! Gary Anderson's first shot at a double in this darts match, and it was only at the bull, but boy, was it a good one.
Game on.
Oh, this is better. Confidence.
140.
Winning a leg you can get. It's incredible. 5-0 down, you'd have been thinking, no, it's all going wrong again. Not now. How it can change in one dart.
100.
Indeed. Well, for 4 3/4 legs, Anderson was being smashed all over the hockey by Thornton.
96.
But if he can hold throw here, there's still a game on. As you said, Wayne, turning on one dart only at the bullseye.
With a short format,
83.
tides do change. Will switch.
95.
Well, he leaves the big un, the biggest of them all.
Thornton cannot leave a finish.
140.
So Anderson has half a dozen darts on 170. He will need 2 visits. All 3
56.
in the respective lower cake. Couldn't get the weight.
Even though Gary Anderson does have a superior win percentage over Robert, Robert's actually won 5 of the last 7 matches, so
85. Gary require 140.
say that he's got the better recent form. And he's making a hash of this. It really is.
82.
Very useful
Robbie
last
require
start to lead
93.
double 16 if Thornton bodges this. 18 leaves Bull. Treble 18 leaves double 7. 5-1 to Robert Thornton. 5-1 on this stage last year. Anderson dismantled Lewis 8-1.
Game on.
He could be on the run end of something similar tonight.
In 6 legs, Gary Anderson has only had 1 dart. It's a double, and that was the bullseye, and he got it. And you don't see that very often when Gary Anderson is playing, because he's so lethal on the red bit and on the green bit normally.
37.
Looking for his 3rd of the night. I have to say, Wayne, it's another magnificent performance from Robert Thornton. He's averaging 110. And week in, week out, he is delivering the league.
As you said, it was the bookies' favourite to go down. They don't normally get it wrong, but they've got it wrong here. This is how well Robert Thornton's playing. We're in the 7th leg, and that's the 3rd time he's left 1-8-1. After 6 darts, if you're on that, you are flying, believe me.
36.
You said there wouldn't be a 9-darter, there might be a 10-darter here. Double 18. It is a 10-dart leg. Wonderful exhibition here from Robert Thornton. It really is a sensational display.
140.
How many people could live with this standard?
97.
There's not many, I tell you. Taylor at his best, Van Gerwen at his best. This man at his best can, but this is not Gary Anderson's A game.
Robert Thornton's already drawn with Michael Van Gerwen. He doesn't play Phil Taylor until the final round-robin fixture. By then, rest assured, he will not be worrying about being eliminated from this darts competition. It's 4th of the night, yet again. He's peppering the treble 20 bed, Wayne. 18 so far in 4 matches.
What a performance. Sublime stuff from Robert Thornton. If Gary does go on to lose this, which is likely, come on. He's got Phil Taylor next week. The Premier League just gets easier and easier, doesn't it?
100. Robert, you require 133.
Well, it's a finish in some style. Well, bitter disappointment that he hasn't hit the red bit. Well, only 45, and Anderson to stay alive on 104. Should get a shot at double. I say should. Tops. That is his He's had a 104, and those are the only crumbs he's had off Robert Thornton's table. 2 shots at double, he's hit them both. He can't miss the double tonight, Gary Anderson. Just hasn't had any chances.
Scoring, it's been okay. Gary Anderson's form has been fine, but he's walked in to a red-hot Robert Thornton. 10 140s. It's really not shoddy from Gary Anderson, is it? When you're playing a man full of confidence, it's tough. Presented with a chance.
Look at that for Robert Thornton. Anderson, well, you'd say
49.
a little less than okay. Probably C+ average. Thornton, A-grade effort.
He's in again. Well, that was unfortunate.
Just not getting the weight with that first dart, Anderson. In fact,
58.
you'd have to say he's done pretty well here to stave off the whitewash by hitting 2 3-figure out shots.
Thornton's first dart on the other hand was perfect for him. Will he use it?
100.
His bad shots are tons. This is superb. We know what Robert Thornton is capable of, but he's doing it week in, week out on the biggest stages of them all. Single 18. That leaves double 20, and indeed he shakes his head. I don't know why with an 109.